My parents got married in 1992. A year later, out I came. And I took over their lives. No, I mean really took over their lives. At least for the next 7 years. Then came this little runt. He was small, cute, and people were constantly tugging at his cheeks. I mean, just look at those cheeks. And now he's all grown up. But we aren't exactly friends, and I wish we were. I realized I have so much to tell him. So what would any normal person who wants to talk to his brother do? Make a little film, duh. So these are 8 lessons to my brother. Dear Prithvi, when you were a baby and I made you cry, Mom would always say, listen, the only reason we had him was because you said you wanted someone to play with. Now that we've established that, we can move forward. When I set off wanting to make this video, I wanted to make one about advice I wanted to give you. But that video was really boring. I can't give you advice. By the time I was 17, I had to redo my 12th standard because I spent all my time playing video games. I felt really sick and a lot of other things. So I'm just going to tell you things that I wish someone had told me while I was growing up. The first thing I want to talk about is advice itself. I grew up thinking that if I did everything by the book and listened to what everyone said, that I'd be fine. That didn't quite work out. As I grew older, I realized that no one really knows anything. So I made my own book. And this is lesson 1. Listen to everyone, follow no one. This is the first film I ever made. It was for a friend's birthday. It's sweet, but it's pretty bad. But if I hadn't made that video, I wouldn't have tried to make better ones. So that's lesson 2. The only way to become good at something is to suck at it first. The Gods Must Be Crazy is my favorite film of all time. It's about a bushman who tries to return an empty Coke bottle that he thinks the gods gave to him as a gift.
Humans avoid the deep Kalahari like the plague because man must have water to live. So the beautiful landscapes are devoid of people, except for the bushmen. Where any other person would die of thirst in a few days, they live quite contentedly in this desert that doesn't look like a desert. They know where to dig for roots and bulbs and tubers, and which berries and pods are good to eat. And of course, they know what to do about water. For instance, in the early morning, you can collect dewdrops from leaves that were carefully laid out the previous evening.
And there's lesson number 3. The world around you is what you make of it. If you need advice about girls, then this is all I have to say. If she's angry and wants to complain, just listen. Girls love guys who listen.
The secret to happiness is finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life. I stole that from Rushmore.
Secret, I don't know. I think you just gotta find something you love to do and then do it for the rest of your life.
And that's lesson number 5. Find something you love and do it for the rest of your life. I know that we didn't grow up with a lot of money, but I think that's actually a good thing.
You should never view your challenges as a disadvantage. Instead, it's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually one of your biggest advantages. Well, I encountered students who had every advantage. Their parents paid their full tuition, they lived in beautiful campus dorms, they had every material possession a college kid could want, cars, computers, spending money. But when some of them got their first bad grade, they just fell apart. They lost it because they were ill-equipped to handle their first encounter with disappointment or falling short. Life will put many obstacles in your path that are far worse than a bad grade. You'll experience illnesses and losses, crises and setbacks that will come out of nowhere and knock you off your feet. But unlike so many other young people, you have already developed the resilience and the maturity that you need to pick yourself up and dust yourself off and keep moving through the pain. Keep moving forward.
And that's lesson number 6. Growing up with challenges is an advantage. Back when I was in school, I was a lot faster than most of the kids my age. But I stopped running and now I can barely keep up with most people around me. And that sucks. So that's lesson number 7. Keep doing the things you love. And talking about things you love, it's a little hard to think of it this way, but mom and dad are normal people. People who grew up with hopes and dreams and aspirations. They've had victories, they've lost loved ones, and they've come a really long way. I don't think we can even begin to understand what it must have taken for them to raise us like they have. Just the fact that I can write this and you can understand it is probably a big testament to how hard they've worked. If you're going to take back one thing from this video, let this be it. We're both really lucky.
Catch a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues are all the same.